Can I get a reading with you later?
Sure. Yeah, we can connect after.
Thank you.
Amazing. Oh, Maya's coming in. Amazing. So I have an incredible person on this call today. Tricia has been just an incredible resource. And when I shared that I wanted her to come to this community to talk about what she brings to this world, it's really just an absolute honor to have her on. So I'm gonna let her take up all the time. Tricia, feel free. The floor is yours. Enjoy. I will be here.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here with all of you. And whoever is in Florida, I wish you all the best. I hope everything is okay, works out okay. We have quite a few family members down there that so far have been good. So for anybody who's down there, I'm sending you lots of love. I am going to be talking. If you guys have questions, please ask at any time, because this way it's very interactive and I enjoy interactive. So I actually just want to share a little bit about my story that got me on this. And I think it's really important for this community. It's important for all of us, because I'm going to ask the question of how many of us have ignored our intuition? Yeah. Every single one of us. So going back the end of last year, I actually was an empath coach. And I was teaching empaths about energy, about their businesses, about people pleasing, about how to move forward and truly understand who they were and how to make the biggest impact with their energy. And I loved working with my clients, except there was a low level of frustration, a feeling of just not, something was not in alignment. And I remember one day, I'm a very big believer of and very big into personal growth. I do a lot of hypnosis, a lot of subliminals. I am constantly working on the 4 pillars that I call them, and that is emotional, mental, physical, and spiritual. That is something I work on daily. And I just remember asking some really powerful what questions. I tend to stay away from why, because why tends to put us in victim mode, especially when we go to the why me? Why is this happening? And if we're not using those why questions as empowered questions, like I can't even think of an empowered why. Like I like, why is the universe creating black holes, or, something along those lines. I tend to stay away from why. So I asked, what questions? What do I have to tweak? What do I have to change to really get the desired end results? And I remember going about my day, and there was a lot of downloads. Now, when I received those downloads, I actually thought I was laughing. I'm like, all right, this has got to be a joke, because it talked about subliminals. It talked about generic affirmations, and it talked about subconscious. And I'm like, I have no idea. Let me really start to do the research, get involved in this. And I totally shut down my other business and I went full throttle into this. Now, here's the caveat. How many people, myself included, where we would get these intuitive hits, this intuitive guidance, and we're like, nah, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to follow that path. There has been so many times within my life that has happened. And for me, it's super important to pay attention to it and see where it leads, because the universe is powerful. We are powerful people. And I really started to delve into our brains and into our subconscious, because our subconscious holds our beliefs. Our beliefs are predominantly there by the time we're 7. They continue on until we're 25, but by the time we're 7, our culture, our society, our teacher, our friends, we already have those beliefs inputted. And one of the things I was saying, and my question was, how do I change to create the desired end results. And for me, I actually was able to look to see where my subconscious was limiting me. Where was it stopping me? Why was it stopping me? My why question. In a way that I can shift it and change it. So be careful, guys. When you do use the why, make sure that it empowers you. If it tends to bring you down that negative rabbit hole, there is something that I am going to suggest, and that's going to be later on, is pattern interruption. And I know I had shared it with you earlier about pattern interruption. So how many times have you gone forward to do something and it's not solidifying? For example, this is for the entrepreneurs, or even, you know, within your business, or you're looking to up level in some way, and then you get there and something happens that brings you right back into your comfort zone. That's your subconscious keeping you safe. So I recently spoke to somebody. They had made a certain amount in their business, and then a bill came that wiped out that amount. So their subconscious is saying, this is where I'm comfortable at. And your conscious is going, but this is where I want to be. So there's a disconnect. And again, guys, any questions that you may have, please ask, please share. So when we tend to go forward and we keep in our comfort zones, that's our subconscious. Those are where our beliefs are at. And one of the things that I have found dealing with my clients is there is a level of worthiness and deservingness and safety in moving forward. If you don't feel safe, for example, being visible on social media or being visible in your workplace, because you don't want to share your thoughts, you don't want to share your beliefs, you're concerned about the response, you're concerned about the reaction from people, that's going to keep you, again, in your comfort zone. I mean, we could keep going back to our comfort zone because that's where our subconscious beliefs have us. There's a certain level that you were at. So to get past that is actually to start creating new beliefs. And repetition is your best friend. Creating repetitive beliefs. Also, what is your best friend is how you phrase it. It has to be in present tense. It has to be without words such as no longer, not, won't, couldn't, shouldn't. Because when you tend to use affirmations that have those words in it, our subconscious does not recognize those words. So for example, I had a client who was using, what was she saying? I no longer, I can't self-sabotage myself, or I can't be, my success cannot be denied, or something along those lines. So she was using, A, it was not positive. B, it also was can't. So what was happening was the subconscious was dropping it, and it was, I am easily self-sabotaged. And I was like, all right, let's change this. So we don't realize how often, just speaking day to day, our subconscious is constantly listening. We are taught as a society that we're constantly always in some type of negative format. So I see you shaking your hand. Yeah.
Actually, Tricia, there's something that Vincent brought up. So Vincent said this once, he's on this call today, that has stuck with me so deeply about what you're saying. The word want. The etymology, he taught me this, and he's probably sitting there somewhere in the background, but the etymology of the word want is lack of. So when you say, I want more money, you're actually saying, I lack more money. And it's
Yeah.
using it outside the present tense. And for some reason, he shared that with me like months ago, and it has stuck with me so much because I want something is out of the current present context of what you currently are seeking. Yeah.
Yes.
So how
And
do you
it's
say it? How do you say it? If you
I
want more
choose-
money.
I
Mm.
You can use
or-
chapter 2.
Mm.
I'm sorry.
You can use chapter 2 from Think and Grow Rich, Deep Burning Desire,
Desire.
or just say
choose.
desire as a single word is fine.
Or I have lots of money.
I
I have.
already.
Yes, I am easily attracting more money into my life. I am safe attracting more money, because the other piece to that, first off, is, are you safe having money? Do you feel safe having money? Do you feel safe managing money? A lot of us do not. So it is a matter of changing that belief, is I am safe with money. I am worthy and deserving of having money. Like, again, there is a worthiness piece. That is the foundation that you have to build upon, is safety, worthy, and deservingness. That is where I have found people have to build upon that foundation. And if they find that money is coming in and flowing right back out without being able to have it, to manage it, invest it, and have your money grow more money, so then it comes down to, I am safe managing, having, and growing my money, or I am worthy and deserving. I love those two affirmations. I am safe, whatever it is that you want, desire, not want, desire or choose. And here's the thing, choosing to is saying to your subconscious, like, I am choosing this. This is my path. So you're giving a directive to your subconscious. So pay attention to how you say that. And it's interesting because there are words, for example, I am busy today and I am productive today. Two totally different vibrations of the word. So the way we speak to ourselves is really important, because we are always hearing ourselves speak to ourselves. So, and it's interesting because I said, I don't know what I was saying to a friend of mine, and I was like, something about busy. And she's like, busy or productive? And I'm like, productive. Because busy leaves us with a feeling of overwhelm. Whereas productive, we feel successful in our day. Different ways of saying things. And it's a matter of really delving into how we feel about it, because we talk a lot about alignment. Now, to me, alignment is inner peace. When I create affirmations, how do I feel? Does it excite me? Does it bring a level of inner peace? How are you feeling? If you are feeling utter resistance to it, then that is a matter of changing it and tweaking it so that you feel good about it, while it is also expanding you. So I know that our subconscious, when we want to create and change our beliefs, and I've done a lot of subliminals, and I've also done a lot of hypnosis. And one of the things that I have learned with that is, when you are using other people's generic affirmations or somebody else's voice, our subconscious is not opening. You can move the needle a little bit, but it's different when you're actually creating those affirmations that are specific to you. For example, I am a money magnet is like nails on a chalkboard to me. That for me is, I hear that and it's like, my body's like, no, that is not for you. My body also says, this is, it doesn't want any type of alignment to it. So pay attention to the affirmations and understand that when you do hear from other people, your subconscious also has a gate, because it's not the person that it trusts. It trusts you. So when you start saying your affirmations, when you start talking to yourself, your subconscious is listening. Whereas if you put listen to binaural beats, listening to YouTubes. I know there's a lot of stuff on YouTube. Your subconscious is paying attention to that voice. And if you notice that it's not like your belief system does not change as swiftly as you want, start to use your own voice. Start to create it in a way that it's exciting for you. And the other piece here is when you're using generic affirmations, like I am a money magnet, if it's not in alignment with your desired end results, it's not going to start shifting things within you. So pay attention to those things that you really desire. Is it wealth? Is it a business? Is it just being worthy and deserving of having the most amazing friends in your life? And it's interesting because people will come to me about being worthy and deserving, or they've come to me about people pleasing. And I just recently had a client come to me and say, because of all the changes that they made, they're able to say no in a way that empowers them and does not include guilt or shame. Their self-care has become a priority. This is what happens when we start to embed our own desired end results. Our subconscious is hearing us, and we start to create new neural pathways. And when we start to create those new neural pathways, the old ways will start to shut down. That ones where we automatically react and go into a certain mindset or into a certain response mode. When we can stop before we head down that old path and actually ask the question, what is my best way to respond here in a way that honors myself? That's when you also start to shift. That leads me into pattern interruption. When you start using your new beliefs, when you start to respond to situations that is in alignment with you and your desired end results, there will be times where you will step back and that negative belief will come up, or that old story that you was telling yourself that I'm not worthy of this, or I can't do this, or this is never going to work for me. Use a word that's going to make you laugh. For example, I use funny curse words. And when I tend to go down that rabbit hole, I will use a word that makes me laugh because it will shock me out of that current mindset, that current negative self-talk, so much that it lets me step back to look at the story and question the validity. Is this a story I want to keep saying? Is this really true? And is this the path I want? 99.9%, I'm going to say no. Michelle, bless you.
Well, how do you
99
know? Oh, sorry, Tricia. How do you know that you're going down the rabbit hole though? Because sometimes you're like so deep in that rabbit hole that you're just like, wait, I'm here. How do I get out? And you're like halfway down and you're like, your curse word's not working. When when does it become efficient to use that word? And yeah, how do you know?
as soon as you start recognizing that you're down there, because you may automatically go down there, but once you start to, you're like, wait a second, how am I here? And then use something that's going to jar the energy, jar you. Something that I find laughter is the best. Either that or getting out of the environment, going outside, exercising, something to get you out and moving will actually, you'll be able to step back enough from that story. But more than half of it is just that self-awareness. Yeah, Bob, go ahead.
So if I were to say that something was flowing into my life, like millions of dollars are flowing to me, is that a better way to manifest the things and change my thinking pattern?
Then what?
Than a negative,
Oh,
you know,
absolutely.
like the want. And then the other thing is, I intend to find, or I intend to bring that object or person or into my life. Can we use the word intent as is that a constructive way to attract?
All right, so something that works easy is millions flow easily to me. Money is constantly flowing to me. It is a present tense, and it is something that you're saying. Now, when you say intent, I'm a little bit confused about what you're, give me something that you're trying to bring into your life.
Well, I have a medical problem, so I intend to heal my ankle.
Okay. So whenever I have an issue medically, is my body knows how to heal itself and is doing so now. That works for me tremendously. My body
Right.
knows how to heal itself and is doing so now. By no means am I saying don't go to the doctor if you need to, because sometimes we'll need that medical advice, that pill or something, just to kickstart it. But our bodies are very capable of healing themselves.
Thank you.
And I say this, and I don't really talk about this a lot, is from somebody who did have cancer. So a lot of these tools work for us, and that was over 9 years ago. So my body knows how to heal itself and is doing so now, is doing right this moment. However you want to phrase it in your words, where it's going to feel good for you. If you don't like that phrase, add something else that is your talk, that your subconscious is saying, yes, this is perfect. And a lot of the times is repetitive, saying it all day long. And especially as we're going to sleep and when we're waking up in the morning, because that's the brain waves that will actually start to change it even faster.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. Johnny.
But there's a portion of this, right, that it has to be believable, right? You have to believe what you're saying. How do you describe that?
So, for example, my body knows how to heal itself, and it's doing so now. That is something that I just lost you. That is something that is, for me, is believable. Now, where it's not believable, don't go. If you're not, this is a perfect example. People keep saying, I am a millionaire.
Right.
And let's say you're only making $1,000 a month. That's a huge gap, right? So then you're going to go to the next thing that makes you feel expansive. Yet you're also like, I'm excited about this and I feel good about this. So let's say I am easily making $5,000 a month. And then once you start to feel like, when you say, you're like, yeah, I'm there, up it again, up level it. You don't want to continue using something over and over and over again. When you start to feel that there's a deep connection within you, and that is something you will know and you will start to see, and your subconscious will start to show you positive evidence. There will be signs along the path that you will see, then up level it again. And the same thing, and then up level it again. But this is something that is a matter of consistency. This is not, you're going to say this once and move on. This is, you are constantly working through this, doing this. And you're also imagining, there's a small part of it, and it's not an all day thing, is just the feeling of when I have that $5,000, how am I going to feel? I'm going to feel excited. So when you start to have that feeling, that also is saying to the universe, okay, I'm ready, and let's keep moving forward. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, it does. Yes.
I mean,
Thank you.
I hear a lot where people are like, I'm a millionaire, I'm a millionaire. But if you're not even close to that, it just feels like such a huge gap for us to breach. Okay, who's next? I see.
May
Okay,
I add
see-
on that?
Sure.
So when I first started doing this, it took me a few months and I generated 17,000 in income, and I had never made more than 2,800 in my life in a month.
Mhm.
And so my subconscious self-image around money, about income, earning, self-esteem, net worth, self-esteem, overall value, self-esteem, I had to the next month. What do you think happened? How much do you think I made the next month? 2,800 exactly. So my subconscious self-image on income actually readjusted itself, and it took me 36 additional or 40 additional months to get back over 10 grand a month, because it took constant, never-ending, persistent repetition of reading, prayer, meditation, saying the affirmations morning and night, after I wake up, before I go to bed. So what she's talking about, forgive me for forgetting your name, is there's a subconscious safety net. And if you don't take the time to identify what you believe at a true subconscious level, you can do affirmations 250,000 times and they will not make a difference in your physical realm. And the other thing is that once you get that money is just energy, you realize that a pencil, $1, $100 bill, and $1 billion is all just energy. And so when she talked about this massive difference between the current revenue that you're generating in a month, let's say $1,000 was her example, and people are saying, I am a millionaire, there is a gap in their subconscious because they don't believe it. So it takes you calming yourself, closing your eyes, having a sheet of paper and a pen or pencil next to you, going into a prayer meditation, or just lying down and allowing yourself to become honest with yourself. What do I truly believe? And what's in the way of me getting to where I want? Not using the why questions like she talked about. Why can't I generate $1 billion? You know, if I ask myself that, my brain will give me an answer. That's what it's designed to do from a survival point of view. So if I say, why can't I attract the woman I want? My brain comes up with an answer, even though that's not reality. It's just something my brain answers because of its design. And asking it not to do that is sort of like asking a male dog not to lift its leg when it pees. It just does what it does.
Yeah, and that's a perfect example, just like the one earlier where somebody wanted to make X dollars, they made it, and they had a bill come in and it was gone, because that's where you're comfortable at. You will see where you're comfortable at looking at your environment. What is coming in? What are you seeing? What is available to you? And yes, you absolutely can change those beliefs. You also can do it through subliminals, creating your own, using your own affirmations. Those are going to go in with the brainwaves. But here's the thing, you're using your affirmations and you're also using your voice. Both of those are very powerful. Okay. And if I mispronounce it, I am so sorry. Maya.
Maya.
Hey, it's Maya. That's okay.
Hi.
So, hi. Thanks for doing this. So when you're talking about specific amounts, I always heard that it's better not to speak of a specific amount, but maybe like go around it. Like I want to make, double the amount or more, because sometimes the universe gives us, like, we only say, like, let's say I want to make, I don't know, $5,000 more, but what if the universe really thinks I deserve more? And then I block myself kind of. So I'm always careful about saying specific numbers, because to me specifically too, it's so distinct. So what do you think about that?
I like to give a specific number or more. Therefore, it's always being open for more.
Okay, got it.
I am making $5,000 a month or more.
Okay.
And the thing is, or even like I am receiving $5,000 or more. Because now you're opening up to the possibilities of the universe giving it to you in other ways. You don't know. By
Right.
saying I am making or I am working and receiving $5,000. So you want to kind of word it also in a way that's you're giving a dollar amount or more, but you're also opening it up to the universe for the universe to come in and share with you other avenues, other possibilities you never even thought of.
Understood. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Did anybody else have? Pamela.
Yes. I usually go into the day with the universe, you know, I receive what I need to be happy, and I've never really wanted for anything.
Good.
And I fully believe your body can heal yourself through herbs and plants and mind over matter. I firmly believe that. And I have not been sick. Yeah, a few bumps in the road. I'm getting older, but I haven't been sick in years, knock on wood. I haven't had a cold in I don't know how long. I got COVID for 2 days, but okay. But I mean, just knowing that the universe will provide me everything that I need. Isn't that enough? Why do we have to label $1 million? I mean, you know?
It depends on what you desire for your life. Like one of my favorite things that I'm always saying to myself is everything's always working out for me in the most amazing ways.
Right.
So I don't know what that is. However, there are things that I see for my life that I desire.
Right.
There are things that I specifically, like I want to have a global reach with the product that I've created so that I can help many people. So in that instance, but in my day-to-day, everything is always working out for me in the most amazing ways. And that is leaving open the magic of the universe every single day, because you don't know what else is possible, because sometimes we tend to pigeonhole ourselves by saying, I am going to do this, and this is the only way this can happen for me, or this is the only way this can happen for me. And therefore the universe saying, okay, as is the same thing where I'm going to make X dollars a month, but I only feel worthy and deserving of this amount. So when we don't have that solid foundation of safetyness and worthy and deserving, whatever our subconscious beliefs are will continuously bring us right back into our comfort zone of where we are. To get out of that comfort zone, we have to do things we don't normally do. Be places we may not normally go to. So if you find you are repetitively doing the same things day in and day out, how can you change that up? What can you learn? What can you tweak? What can you change? Like one of the things I really like to do at night is listen to Gaia. I enjoy that. But I want you to really, because I think it was Vincent who said it, take stock of every single thing in your life, the people you're hanging out with, the conversations that you're having, the food you're eating, the programs you're watching, how much you're scrolling on social media, because that is a big one. How much we're scrolling, because believe it or not, that scroll time is also programming our brain. So everything that we are on and that we are around is being an input. We are bringing that into our environment. One of the things my husband and I have started to do is if we want to watch a program on TV, as soon as the commercial comes on, it gets muted. I don't want to hear the commercials because 90% of them are currently pharmaceutical. So these are things that we do. So I want you to really take stock. What's coming in? And then what are you putting out there? How are you responding to it? And what's going out? And the 4 pillars that you can work on daily, that you could do something for yourself daily, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. How are you connecting to your higher self daily? How are you moving your body? And I don't care if you walk around the block once or getting up and just walking in place, something. And emotionally, when you have, like, we're human beings, we're having this human experience. So we're going to have moments that may suck, but it is about seeing it, feeling it, moving on with it, not getting stuck in it. And mentally, again, what are you reading? What are you bringing into yourself? Yeah. Would anybody like to share what they're bringing in? Or do you have a belief that you would like switched or changed? Okay.
I just
Can you hear me?
want to
I'm
speak.
not in the car anymore where it was good.
Yeah, we can hear you. I think Michelle was gonna share something, and then Vincent, you can go.
Forgive me.
No, that's okay.
Okay.
Go ahead, Michelle.
No, I just wanted to share, speaking, Tricia, of like the incoming. I've noticed, I retired in April, and I'm kind of like reinventing myself. So I have a lot of downtime now, which is great, when I can focus on me and go for walks and, but I noticed I've been on my phone, like, with the games and scrolling, and all of a sudden I realize I'm like, this is like zapping my brain and I have to get off, and I can't do it at night. There was one game I was playing, and if I did it before bed, like sitting on the couch or not in bed, I would see the images in my, I said, this can't be good, so I have to really, I'm aware of that. And, and I did change that. It's like, I gotta, enough with this downtime. It's like, I have to get back to me. So
Yeah.
I get that,
That's important. That's a great self-realization that you're actually seeing it and you're noticing the effect it's having on you, because right before bed is literally what's going into your brain. So what are you specifically doing right before bed? One of the things I really like to do as I shut everything off when I'm going to bed is kind of go through my day and say to myself what I appreciated, what I'm proud of, and what I am grateful for. And that is, what is it, less than a minute? I'm really proud of something that I did. I accomplished this, and I'm grateful for ABC. Vincent, you want to share what you were thinking?
Yeah, for some reason I can barely hear you guys now. I have to put it right up to my ear.
Oh.
Hold on just a sec. All right, that should be better. So I have physical issues with my spine and my shoulders. So my mobility is very limited. Yet I am keenly aware that the language I just used with you is not conducive to allowing my body to heal at its maximum capacity. So I feel stuck in between.
Okay. So do you have a question in regards to that, or?
What occurs for you when I share that with you?
So for me, how do you feel about your body being able to heal itself? And what are you?
I'm absolutely convinced that the work I've done has kept me from being paralyzed. Based on the medical crap and the MRIs, I should have been paralyzed many years ago. And I'm still mobile and I'm vertical. And that's a direct result of the work I've done.
And that's phenomenal. That really is. So one of the things that I've shared, I had my fair share of health issues, but I'm always walking around saying my body knows how to heal itself and is doing so now. And also paying attention. I don't know if you've ever heard of Joe Dispenza and his placebo effect.
I was listening to it last night, Becoming Supernatural.
Yes.
Listened to it last night and this morning.
Yes, that's a really good one. I really enjoyed the placebo effect as well. That's where it started with him, is the placebo effect. And if you have Gaia, he talks about rewire. And really, he had broken his back, I think it was, in several spots, and he healed himself. And if you see, he's walking around on stage. So there is absolutely the potential to heal ourselves. Did we just lose it? Oh, no, there you are.
Oh, I'm absolutely certain. I've been attempting to put together a trip to go to his thing, but and that's maybe an affirmation I need to add to my list.
Is seeing him in person.
Of course.
So come up with something. I am enjoying his retreat.
Mm.
So you're saying it in the present tense, and imagine yourself there.
I have done that 1,000 times. I do not. I looked at it again today. I'm in between home, car, job, and so I'm not comfortable spending that money today.
Okay, but he's definitely on YouTube where you can hear his free talks. There's a lot of stuff online.
And have you heard his pineal gland meditation?
Yes.
So I've gone to sleep to that to probably 250 times or so.
Okay, so all right, let's look. How about changing something where it's a little bit more room for the universe to step in? Maybe something along the lines of everything is always working out for me in the most amazing ways. I got you in one sec. Something that is allowing the magic of the universe to bring you more. I am open to receive the money. I am open to receive the healing. I am worthy and deserving of going to see Joe Dispenza. I am safe traveling. I am safe being healed. These are all different ones, Vincent, that you can bring in. Okay. Joni.
So this is wonderful. I joined a LOA group for 2 years and it's exactly all this stuff. But so when you asked, is there something, so it's what, I don't know, everybody calls it different, rewriting. So I do have a thing. Yesterday or the other day on our Zoom call, we were talking about aging. So do you have a good mantra or that what I do say is, what do I do is say, oh, I just had it. I do have a good one, but I don't think I say it enough. And it's a focus that I want to focus on. I'm aging with grace, I think I say, but I'm sure there's a better one than that.
Amazing. Aging with grace and dignity.
So again,
I am.
Like I see myself sliding into home base, you know, at the end of my life, because everything is living fully in each moment. So what is your thoughts on aging, and what are the things that you want to accomplish between now and the end of your life? Like, you know, what does aging mean to you?
Yeah, and why am I putting such a focus on it? I don't know why. So it's a limiting belief, so I have to rewrite that shit, right? Yeah, so anyways, this is where it gets stuck. So you have the limiting belief and then you have to rewrite it. So, but you have to know where it came from, right? So
No. Just say, I am living my life fully. Like, you want to be out there living your life. Doesn't matter how old you are. So if you want to go down a slide, go down a slide. If you want to, there's certain things people say women at certain ages shouldn't or should do. do what makes you happy, because that really is what matters. So I am
I like-
living my life fully.
Or I'm living happy. That would see, and it has to resonate with you. And that one made my heart go, I'm living happy. And what that means is I wake up day to day and I'm happy. And why do I even talk about age? Thank you. I love that.
See, here's something that one of mine is freedom is the lens which everything is what I look through, right? So that means now I have to take freedom and then I break freedom down. What does freedom really mean to me? Freedom of expression, freedom of choice, freedom of experience. So when I say I am living my life through the lens of freedom, I already have that word is already described for me. So age is just a number. How are you living your life fully? What are you doing? What are the things that you want to accomplish in your life from this day forward? That is the focus, not on age. I still have. My little sister will say to me, "We'll act your age." And I'm like, I don't know what that means. Like, I don't. And she'll be like, well, and I'm like, no, this conversation's over. Because to me, I want to live my life fully. I want to have an impact. I want to create an impact. So if it's not bringing me that inner peace or that happiness, see, those are the things that are just so broad that you want to define. So when you say I'm living my life with happiness, what does happiness mean to you? It's an excitement. You're showing up every day. You are being you. You are creating an impact in whatever that means to you.
Gotcha.
Age is
Yep.
nothing.
Yes, I'm living authentically, and that makes me happy. So yes, so thank you.
Or here's another one. I am safe living my authentic life. I am safe.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I am safe, because that's ultimately where we tend to shy away, is that level of safety. So when we start saying, I am safe living authentically, I am safe showing up as me. Hi, Lisa. You're muted.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I am good. How are you?
I'm good. This has been amazing. I think it's so funny, synchronous. I'm finally reading the book, The Four Agreements, and the first agreement, I was reading the chapter last night, is be impeccable with your word. And this is just such, like, it is everything you're saying just highlights that. And so thank you. I was eating my lunch and couldn't find a pen to write down fast enough. What really resonated with me. You said it a few minutes ago, something about the universe is always providing exactly blah blah blah. Would you mind repeating that? And I'm going to jot it down, because that one just sounded really nice.
Everything is always working out for me in the most amazing ways.
Okay. Thank you very, very much. I really appreciate it.
You're very, very welcome.
Put it in the chat for you too.
Jeannie, go ahead. Woo.
Things that I've said is, I'm safe even if I'm scared. So that's not right, is what you're saying? Like, that's not good. Because I'm saying I'm scared.
Yeah, I am safe. Whenever you feel that, I am safe. I am safe. I am safe.
So I don't have to just keep going on with the even though stuff.
No, get rid of the even though.
Okay.
No, I am safe. I am safe.
Okay.
Get rid of that. Even though I'm scared, I am safe.
Yeah.
I am safe. What is it you're scared of?
I don't know. It's just that I use, like, with a lot of my clients, I use the DBT thing, like, so that even though there's also this to bust them out of that, like, I'm scared. Like, okay, so even though you're scared, you're also this, but you're saying, like, especially when it comes to really creating our reality. Like we need to just put all focus on that and just don't even address that.
Well, if like, let's say it's, because it's a big thing, it's I am safe being visible. I am safe interacting with people.
Oh, that's really good. I get it. What you're
Yeah.
scared of.
I am safe
Got it.
being visible. I am safe being interactive. I am safe being on social media.
I'm safe being rich.
I'm safe being rich. Yes, because a
Right.
lot of people,
Okay.
again, with money, I'm safe being rich. I am safe handling, managing, and investing my money.
Right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
We still have about 5 minutes. Did you want to talk about, I mean, the part that I'm most impressed by was the binaural beats that I have received and that I feel like has made a huge impact on just even my last couple of weeks since I've been listening to it religiously now. If you want to maybe touch on that to see what people, yeah, what people's opinions are and what your experiences with that.
So the end of last year, I created a product. It is personalized subliminal audios. It's nature sounds, binaural beats. I use delta, theta, alpha. And what I do is I have my clients' affirmations, their desired end results, they create, and then they speak it, and I embed it into the file. Thereby, you get your own personalized file with your own beliefs. And those are what you listen to daily, because now your subconscious is saying, all right, I get it. These are the things I desire. This is where I'm going. And your subconscious also hears you. So it trusts you. When your subconscious hears your voice, it's trusting you. So I've had so many amazing results with clients. I have had so many amazing results for myself. So we have different tracks. There's client attraction, there's wealth, success, money, there is worthiness, there is forgiveness, there's self-confidence. So these are different tracks based on different frequencies within the brains that are binaural beats. And I also have some tracks that are done specifically. For example, the client attraction is done to a specific chakra frequency as well. This is research I have done. My clients have gotten amazing results. And more than anything, people are actually getting out there and living their lives. One of my favorite client testimonials is when she said to me, I said no. I said no, and I feel good. I am empowered. I no longer have that guilt and shame or that desire to have to do something when I don't really want to. So for me and her people-pleasing tendencies, I loved it. So that is, if you would like some more information on that, you by all means, please reach out. I will definitely have a conversation. And it's also on my website. It's on the chat. It's in the chat. But if you guys have any other questions about creating something, because we have a couple minutes left, a specific affirmation that you want or something, or another question, please. And Vincent, I really think for you, maybe do a little bit broader and allow the universe to come in and create some stuff. You know, everything's always working out for me in the most amazing ways, or everything is flowing to me. Money is flowing to me. Opportunities flow to me. And then I am safe receiving these opportunities. These are just ideas, whatever feels good to you. And that's a big piece. If it's not feeling good, if you're feeling resistant, don't, because you're actually fighting yourself. Make sure you feel that inner peace, but also you're excited and expansive about what you are saying to yourself. Anybody else? Otherwise, I hope you guys have a fabulous rest of your day.
Thanks, everyone. So I dropped a couple links in the chat for Tricia. I've also dropped the links for the group, the Uncovering Spiritual Gifts, which I think most of us are from, but to anyone who hasn't, feel free to join that. the recording I will post up on YouTube once everything is uploaded. But yeah, so thank you everyone for coming. Yeah, follow up. I can personally say it has changed. It is October 10th, and this has been the best month that I've ever had in my business. And I really do believe that it actually has so much to do with listening to my binaural beats almost every single day, which is my beautiful ocean, but it's my voice behind it that I can't even hear, just telling me what needs to be done.
I'm
Yeah.
really grateful for you. Thank you.
Great.
And I'm very happy.
Yeah, thank you, Tricia. Awesome. Thank you, everyone. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Thursday.
Bye,
and
everyone. Thank
Bye,
you.
everybody.
bye,
Bye-bye.
everyone. Awesome. Thanks all. Put it in the waiting room. Again. Waiting room. Yay, thank you. Oh, wow. What a big group. That was exciting.